The Massachusetts Department of Public Health is charged with protecting the health and well-being of its citizens. Within the department, the Bureau of Environmental Health has a broad mission of protecting the public's health from a variety of environmental exposures. The Bureau is comprised of 9 programs, including the Community Sanitation Program. Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 111, Section 127A.5, commonly referred to as Christian's Law, was signed into law on July 12, 2012. The law requires the Department of Public Health to develop regulations to provide swim tests and flotation devices for children at municipal and recreational programs and licensed camps at fresh or saltwater beaches. Christian's Law has 3 key elements. First, that all minors are properly swim tested pursuant to guidelines established by national safety organizations, such as the American Red Cross, YMCA, and others, before their first swimming session. Second, to confirm that all minor children are provided with a properly sized and snug-fitting personal flotation device or life jacket if they test as a non-swimmer or as an at-risk swimmer. And finally, to ensure parents or legal guardians can provide a properly fitted life jacket to their child if they so choose. Our goal for this video is to provide training for programs and camps with beach waterfront activities to comply with the law. You will learn how to properly select, examine, and fit test life jackets for children in your care. The Bureau thanks all of those who are implementing Christian's Law to further protect children attending recreational programs and camps in Massachusetts.
Hello, my name is Steve McCann. I'm with the Coast Guard Auxiliary 1st District, Northern Region, supporting the Coast Guard in Massachusetts. There are many different types of personal flotation devices, also called PFDs or life jackets, that are available. It is important to choose the proper life jacket for each child. In all cases, life jackets should be United States Coast Guard certified according to type. You must use type 1, 2, or 3. It is important to note the use of inflatable life jackets is not permitted. Type 1, or offshore life jackets, are those typically found on cruise ships or boats that are traveling far from the coastline. They can be quite bulky and are not intended or recommended for aquatic activities. It can be difficult to swim with one of these jackets on. Type 2 or nearshore buoyant vests are most typically found on boats, but they are not designed for in-water activities. They are designed to keep your head out of the water. Type 3 or flotation aids are typically vest-style jackets used for water skiing or other aquatic activities. The Type 3 life jacket is the most popular life jacket for in-water activities. In addition to making sure you have the right type of life jacket, including those provided by a parent or guardian, you must also check that it is in serviceable condition. By serviceable, we mean in good and usable condition. You should give the life jacket a thorough examination to ensure it is without tears, mold, mildew, or other damage. Check the label to see if there is a legible Coast Guard certification number. Examine the jacket visually. Does it have tears or missing straps or damaged retention clips? Feel the jacket. Does the foam or buoyant material compress and spring back, or does it feel broken or brittle? Proper storage, keeping it clean, dry, and in a well-ventilated location will increase life jacket shelf life. The life jacket must also be the proper size for the intended wearer. Read the label of the life jacket to make sure it is the right size based on the child's weight and chest size. It is important to conduct a fit test to ensure the life jacket fits snugly. An individual record, including the date and person performing the fit test, as well as the size of the life jacket selected, should be documented and maintained for reference. Once the life jacket is appropriately fastened, you should ensure the life jacket is properly fitted. Lift the child up by the shoulders of the life jacket and ensure that his or her chin and ears do not slip through. Now for the final part of the fit test. Let the child enter the water. When the child is in the water, the jacket may fit differently. If it looks like it doesn't fit, ask the child to leave the water and have the straps of the life jacket adjusted. And read the label of the life jacket to make sure it is the right size. In addition to the initial fit test, a fit check needs to be performed with each use of a life jacket. Every time there is an aquatic activity, you should perform a fit check. This should be done before the child enters the water. Double check that you are giving the child the right size life jacket based on the original fit test, and that it is properly fastened and that it still fits. Complete a visual check to ensure the life jacket is secured and fitting properly. Only then should you let the child enter the water. We hope that this video has helped you and your staff members understand how to comply with important aspects of Christian's law. Now you know how to properly select, examine, and fit test life jackets for children in your care. Please remember that there are additional resources available for accurate and up-to-date information. You can find these resources at the websites on screen. Remember, life jackets save lives, but only when worn and properly fitted.